comic book lovers and friends. Welcome to season 2 of the Melanin Marvels podcast. We are your hosts. My name's Anika.
I'm Adrian.
And we are excited to be back for a new and exciting season of interviews and conversations. For those of you who are new, the Melanin Marvels strive to illuminate voices and celebrate BIPOC heroes on screen, in print, and in our communities.
So we are super excited. Today we're going to be diving into Ironheart. This is Marvel Studios' newest TV show starring Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, as she navigates her ambitions of pursuing her dreams in building the iconic iron suit and facing the consequences of this pursuit. So we are going to be just having a free-form conversation discussing what we liked about the show, what we didn't like, and what we're hoping is next for the series and the MCU. But before that, I'm going to jump into some fun facts I found because, hey, who doesn't love some fun facts? So a bit about Riri Williams. She first appeared in Invincible Iron Man in 2015 in issue 7. And she was created by Brian Michael Bendis and Mike Deodato. And she made her cinematic debut in Black Panther in 2022. In the show, this is the introduction of the MCU's first non-binary character. So Shea Coulee plays Slug, who's a hacker who uses they/them pronouns. And the series also features Zoe Tarakis, who is the MCU's first openly trans star within the crew, which is really dope when it comes to representation. Some fun facts about Ironheart as a character. It looks like, I'm not too familiar with who Sky Jackson is. You know Sky Jackson, Anika?
Yeah. So, I mean, she was Zuri on Disney's Jessie, but even before that, I think when she was like 3 or 4, she was that little black girl who was in the Band-Aid commercial. Like, I'm stuck on Band-Aid because Band-Aid stuck on me. Yeah.
Was she singing it too?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And then more recently, there was like the controversy over her getting pregnant with this baby daddy and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, she's a baby now. She's not so little.
Dang. All right. Well, our girl, Sky Jackson, it's been confirmed by the creators that they based the design of Riri Williams on her, which is really cool. And then the last little fun fact we have here is Ironheart, the TV show. This is the last entry of Phase 5 in the MCU. And so Fantastic Four, which is coming out in July, is going to be... Oh, July, in a couple of weeks. Is going to be launching Phase 6. So that's really exciting as well. All right. So, Anika, we're just going to dive in. So...
All right.
Actually, before that, I want to know, what is your familiarity with Riri? Because I've known of Riri Williams through hearing her as Ironheart, but I never read any of the comics. Like, my first introduction to her was Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So what was your introduction with Riri?
I think I might actually have 2 issues of her first appearance, but I just got it because they're key issues. But for a little bit, I was collecting. I think I have a few of her trades, but I haven't fully read through all of them. I do know that, as you said, she was created by Brian Michael Bendis, and I like a lot of his characters that he created. But my issue is that, why is this non-black man creating so many black characters?
What other black characters?
Spider-Man, Miles Morales, that was him.
Oh.
Hold on, let me look up, because it's more than just those 2.
Okay. While you're looking that up, I think I heard in like a video that he was taking it over for a bit, and then I think most recently, at least within a few years, there's a different writer for Riri now. I'm not too sure of the person's
probably.
name.
Let me see. He did Miles Morales. Obviously, she's not black, but Jessica Jones, Ironheart, Prowler, Rio Morales. Well, all the people within Miles's universe. Oh, Naomi, from DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey. Well, shout out to Brother Man still. I hope he's passed on some of those to black writers, but don't think he got the ball rolling with some of these iconic characters for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
All right.
Um,
So, Anika, just give me the rundown. So, we both had the opportunity to watch Ironheart. What are your thoughts?
I wish they didn't go the way of her being a criminal, but I understand. I
Mm,
understand why. Because
mm,
her being a criminal is a great plot point in itself. Because she did criminal activity because she didn't have money and it was a means. Whereas if you're going to compare her to Iron Man, like Tony Stark, he had money and he himself was a criminal, a war criminal. He at his own hands there were people who lost their lives. So sometimes the ends justifies the means.
dang. I see you there. And I think in comparing Tony and Riri, I could kind of appreciate the difference in their origins as well. Where Tony, as you mentioned, also like came from money as well.
Hmm.
While Riri just in Chicago, just trying to get by, but also having these big dreams and limited by those resources. And yeah, I think it does a good job of saying if you don't have any other options, what else can you refer to or resort to for survival? So I'm not fond with the whole criminal thing too, but it
Yeah.
gives a decent explanation for it. I do agree
And
with
like
that.
it showed the pipeline of poverty to
Mm.
criminality. And then, hold on, I had saved in the show, she had a conversation with the character Xavier where she was like, Zay, do you think I'm a good person? And then he said, good, bad, them words don't really mean anything. It's all depending on who's labeling you. I guess if you're asking me to describe you as a person, I'd say you're a smart person and a hardworking person, a protective person, and you're a complex person. Now, look at all that being said. You don't always let people in, but I think underneath all that armor is a soft heart. So, with all that you are, is good really a label you need? And then that kind of like goes back to the whole um like it doesn't matter, it doesn't, her being a her turning to criminal behavior doesn't make her a bad person, because like all because you're poor doesn't mean bad. Like she did that because she was poor. And like we aren't like the black community isn't all criminals, and like because no community is a monolith. And it shows like the different like varying things that her community did. So it's like Xavier did what he had to do over there with the music and stuff to make, to give himself joy, to give himself like a means of grieving for his sister. Whereas it's like her doing this iron heart thing, that was her way of grieving her best friend and her stepdad, which is the only dad that she really knew, because her other dad wasn't in her life. I think he had passed away too, I think.
They both died through that same instance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's that we can't sit there and condemn Riri when there's so many characters in the MCU that people back and they, for lack of a better term, are bad themselves. Like Tony Stark, Wanda Maximoff, Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. Like, come on. All because you're black, you're bad?
Hey, here's a here's my problem though, because I agree with you, and I think when I wrapped up watching the show, I was like, Riri is very human in the decisions that she made. Where
Hmm.
if anyone was in her circumstance, I could see how someone would make those decisions, whether it be
Yeah.
to get money or if presented the option to revive your dead best friend? Like, would you do anything if you were just the only one affected? Like,
Yeah.
very human things. I think the difference between Riri versus the other people is that everyone had a very clear, like, redemptive arc in a way. Like, Tony, war criminal, but also realized the error of his ways, became Iron Man. Cool. Wanda did a thing with the townspeople, and then eh, with Multiverse of Madness, you know, I can't remember how her story ended there, but
But the thing is with that, so there was WandaVision,
yeah,
and then she had the movie to kind of like continue and wrap things up. Ironheart is just Ironheart. Like we're not gonna. I don't think we're getting anything more. There's no more seasons. Who knows if what we're gonna see her in, and if we see her in something, she's not gonna be a main character.
that's true. I think that's the other disservice of the show because the way how it ended, I was in my head. I was like, I could see where it could go.
Yeah,
Like, I could see Riri makes this decision to with
Mephisto.
Mephisto, and she starts to see the ramifications of it. You have what's the girl whose name begins with a Z? What's her name?
Zelma.
Zelma. Yeah, Zelma in the Hood.
Yeah.
Hood is having a redemptive arc. That's what I
Hmm.
was kind of thinking. And then eventually through what they learn, they're able to go and support Riri, and then Riri has her moment. Like, I could kind of see that. So it is a shame that the show didn't end. Wasn't able to tell a full story. But at the same time, with the TV show in itself, I think I calculated it, including credits. It's about 300 minutes,
Yeah.
305 minutes. It's
Yeah.
about 5 hours. I think they could have found a different way to tell the story to be able to wrap this up in 5 hours and in 6 episodes.
Also, I don't know if everybody had watched the end credit.
I mean, I was ready to turn the TV off, so I get it. I get it if people didn't, but
And why do we always have to go the route of people selling themselves to the devil?
mm, I. You know what's funny about that?
Why gotta be the black girl that sells her soul to the devil?
Mm, what's funny? I thought about that same thing. I was like, this has some parallels to Sinners. Like,
Well, it is the same dude.
same dude, but like the story that goes on with Sammy and his and this spoilers if anyone
Yeah.
hasn't seen Sinners, heads up. Sammy's decision to keep his guitar and continue playing music despite everything that happened.
Yeah.
Very synonymous to Riri making that decision too. So I was like, that parallel is kind of interesting, and also that's what drew me about Sammy. Very human decision in the pursuit of this thing that gives you passion and something that's you have ambition for, and that's Riri with the suit as well. And she was building the suit to stay that have that feeling of connection with the people that she lost. So why not give that up? Why not give up a piece of yourself in order to bring back that piece that you felt like you've lost?
But I honestly thought that she wasn't going to make the decision. I was hoping in my heart that she wasn't going to go that way.
Yeah, yeah. The way how they did that last part, I was like, oh, this is a scenario that Mephisto is showing. This actually isn't real.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And then the credits went by. I was my jaw dropped the entire time. Man.
and then what I didn't like okay, so the whole Natalie thing,
Mm.
she made her AI by accident. But like people were acting like Xavier's acting like she meant to do it. It was a mistake. She didn't mean to do it.
Yeah. It's a human reaction though. Because like, yo, you're building these things and you just resurrect my dead sister? Like I would have a moment. I grant Xavier a moment. But maybe exaggerated. Maybe it was a bit too much. I like her mom's reaction though. I
Hmm.
like the differences of reactions too to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like that moment is because Natalie saw how her mom reacted and figured that Xavier would do the same thing, and it
Yeah,
didn't land like that way. So,
yeah.
no, I like the complexity of the situation.
And then, of course, you know that I loved that they put Cree Summer in there.
Oh,
'Cause that's my girl.
as, as soon as she came up, I was like, "Yo, Anika is cheesing right now."
And then they perfectly casted the girl for Zelma as her daughter. Like that was so good. That was so good.
It was well
And
done.
I'm hoping that we're gonna get a Strange Academy show or like movie or reference somewhere down the line because Zelma is supposed to be in Strange Academy.
What is Strange Academy?
So
I'm not
Strange
familiar with it.
Academy is like a Doctor Strange and like it's like a school for people like Zelma learning like the magic and all that stuff,
Oh, okay,
the
cool.
sorcery stuff. So maybe they might bring Wong into it or something.
That would be interesting.
Hopefully.
And that would be a cool connection to continue this story with Mephisto because I thought his character was very fascinating. Even though we had like an episode and a half with him, to be able to explore that in a different
But
way too.
did you catch who Mephisto was?
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
What's his Sharon?
Um, Sasha Baron Cohen,
I said
some-
Sharon. Wow, yeah.
something like
You
that. Borat
yeah.
himself.
For no, that was really cool. I appreciate it because people have been talking about Mephisto since like WandaVision
Yeah,
as well. So
yeah.
it's cool to see him come up. I didn't watch Agatha all along, so I don't know if there is anything that was tied in there kind of leading into his appearance in this, but
I don't remember him being in it.
okay.
Or maybe he was. I can't
He
remember.
probably wasn't. I was wondering sort of more so like Easter eggs or hints alluding to it,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's fine. What else was there? What were your thoughts on the villain, the Hood?
Okay. So, full disclaimer. Anthony Ramos is one of my baby daddies. Like I've loved this man from time. When I saw him on the screen, I'm like, yes. Yes,
Wow,
daddy. Yes. Anthony Ramos. But yes, I loved him. He was good.
I think he was one of the most compelling parts of this show. I really liked. Um, I like his backstory and how that played out.
When he rolled up on his daddy.
Yo, and then you find out that it's his dad. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That I really like the way how they told that story. And I also like this pursuit that he had for power because he was like isolated and outcasted.
Yeah.
And then eventually realizing it wasn't the power that he was looking for, but like connection and family at the end. But he
Yeah.
gave all that up and lost that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I wish I could have seen a bit more. But again, maybe more was planned
Hmm.
after, where we left off. But
Yeah.
it would have been really cool to see him have a redemptive arc. That would have been really awesome.
Yeah. Like I think we must see him again. There's no way that we're not going to see him again in some kind of capacity. Because if we don't see him again, Marvel is dropping the ball.
But do you
Because
know much about the Hood as a character?
no,
Okay, because I was wondering if he's like villain, or is he like anti-hero type situation?
no, I don't know about him.
Okay.
But did you catch that she kept a piece of his hood?
Who did?
Riri.
Oh yeah, but
She kept a piece of the hood, and I swear it's like on the at the end. I think she has it on the suit.
uh, a piece of the Hood. When did they show that? Like I know she took it when the laser thing that she did.
I'm pretty sure it's like in like that last scene with her. I think you can see it on the.
Ah, okay. So what does that mean? Does that mean that she inherited some of these powers?
I don't know, but the power something's gonna happen to her.
Mm,
Power's gonna try and rack her brain.
man, but as you mentioned, at this point, it's like it's a shame that we don't get to know what else happens because I was really fascinated with like the magic piece. I knew that the hood was involved with magic in some way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
but I wanted to explore that world a bit more.
Yeah, like
So
tell us, give us more details.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed about that, but I hope they bring it up in some way. And Riri's at least if someone's able to at least allude to what happens with her. So I don't know.
How'd you feel about Ezekiel?
I I have a love and hate with that character because at first he was just real sketchy and weird.
Yeah, he
And,
seemed like just a weird white boy.
yeah, and then there's a certain point where they're kind of alluding to Riri liking him. I'm like,
Yeah, that was kind of weird because I'm like, isn't he like so much older than you?
yeah. So that was strange. I was like, why are you trying to hook up with this no name brand Jack Harlow? I don't know. And then he had this whole thing with the powers. I was like, okay, that's cool. And he let her get away. That was an interesting piece. But then the fight at the end, that was kind of weak. I think that's like also my big problem with as a small detour. That's my big problem with like a lot of these MCU shows. I feel like the action scenes, man. The coolest action scene I think I saw was when she flipped over that truck, and we saw that in the trailer. Like I
They
don't.
don't have big budget for that, Adrian. They gotta save
Uh,
that for the movies.
I guess so, but why have Ironheart as the person, this whole mech that's supposed to be doing some big things, and you don't have the budget for it?
But speaking on the mech of the suit, Greg's
Mm.
like he thought that by the end we would see her like comic book suit. Like,
Oh,
hold on, I got a comic like this suit. He thought we would see her in this suit.
wasn't it kind of like it though?
No, because her suit was still like what she made from her scrap stuff. Like this suit is like you got money now.
Hmm. Was the closest we got to the suit Wakanda Forever?
Isn't this after Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, I know. But like that was I feel like that suit that she made in Wakanda was like legit.
Maybe. I'd have to rewatch it.
Okay. But yeah, I was cool with the last suit, but I felt it was like the way how they incorporated magic with it. I don't know if I was
Yeah,
a fan.
yeah, that was kind of weird because then they lost Natalie, and like, did you really need that magic?
Like how did she use it?
Yeah, because it's like Zelma can use the magic, so do you, how does it like get into the suit that Riri would be able to use it if she's not a magic user?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you
Yeah.
didn't teach her any magic use.
Yes, exactly. I do like how she mentioned like magic comes with a cost. I like
Yes.
that. And that was thematic throughout the hood, through Natalie going and Natalie coming back. I loved
Yeah.
it. But I was as that whole montage was going on, I was like, what is this witchcraft demonness happening right now in this in this garage? So oh my gosh. But yeah, I felt like that was it felt like they were cooking up some plot armor for Riri to get through that last part of the show. I wanted more of an explanation to like how the magic actually works. So
Yeah,
I
like there
agree
was
with you
just
there.
there's questions that were unanswered.
Yeah. Were there any other parts of the show that stood out to you?
Um, that little kid, like, where's this little kid come from? And
Yo,
he's
give
just
him his
like,
own series.
I'm like, his mama not asking where he is. Like he was just gone for hours. He was just like helping, working with them in the garage. I'm like, she's not wondering where her child is. She's
True.
just running streets. Street like, come on, and he's still out there.
Mm-mm. Yo, but he's hustling though. You know, he's trying to get by.
Yeah, I guess.
Him and his little wagon. Like, yo, I
Yeah.
respect it.
And that
What?
woman, Ezekiel's neighbor, I wanted to kick her. She could kick rocks.
I wanted him to do something with, like, if there, I don't, I need intentional deaths in certain things. With that woman, could have gone.
You
Her
right?
and her flowers and her, I mean, the dog. I'll leave the dog alone. I'll leave the dog alone. But her and her flowers could definitely go on.
Hmm.
What were your thoughts on the relationship that Riri had with her mom?
Um, it seems like a relationship where the mom obviously is grieving in her own way and she's just trying to make it by, and she lost her husband. Now she finds out that her daughter got kicked out of school and she just wants to make sure that her daughter is going to be okay. But like she also doesn't want to like get too involved, I would say. Cuz I feel like any other mother would not let that swing. What do you mean you have a job that you're doing all this stuff and you're so mysterious?
Yeah, yeah. I one thing that I appreciated with her character is like the element of like, or maybe of the show was just like dealing with grief in different ways.
Mhm.
And I really liked how the mom was a reoccurring source of like Riri actually being able to open up and talk about it.
Mhm.
And even how she was like ride or die with Riri when it came to learning about the situation.
Yeah.
Even though, oh wow, even though if my black mother knew that I was out here with some killers, we would be going. We would be leaving the city next day. Catch the flight.
Mhm.
We are out. Mom talking about, you need to fight. You need to what? Oh, what are you saying? Oh, man. That was one part I was like, I don't really agree with that character piece, but I liked how she was supporting Riri throughout.
Yeah, like she went to the Stantons' place and then she's just like, why didn't you tell me everything that was going on? Like why didn't you before we went in there, why didn't you give me the whole rundown? And then it's like, I didn't know my friend was actually into that type of stuff. I thought it was just face level like sage burning, not that she was actually conjuring up things.
Yeah. Yo, what else came to mind for me? You mentioned Conjuring, the mom. Oh no, I lost my thought. Conjuring, the mom. Ooh, Ezekiel. Did you know about this Ezekiel connection with?
Obadiah?
Yeah.
Not till they dropped it.
Well, are you familiar with his character in the? Is he in the comics? I don't know too much about.
I mean, he must be in the comics. I just don't know nothing about it. But
Okay.
I'd seen online somebody said that they did the math and Ezekiel was about 19 in Iron Man 1. He was probably off at college during the movie or something. But what's got them thinking is what was his relationship with Tony like? Cuz we we know before the events of the first movie, Tony had an overall positive relationship with Obadiah. So his relationship with Ezekiel would probably have been that of like a little brother or a cousin that you're not really close to because of the large age gap. Because in the first movie, Tony was 38 years old. And then Ezekiel would have been around 19. And then it's like, did Ezekiel resent Tony for taking away his father's attention? Maybe that's why they weren't really close when he died. But
That's that would be very interesting to explore because the
because
impression.
there's no way that like Obadiah is your father and he had this close relationship to Tony and you were not like within those same circles.
That's true. 'Cause I assumed with the way the narrative was is that I feel like in his head he's always deemed his father as the villain in that situation.
Yeah.
So maybe his impressions of Tony were positive, but being able to dissect that, because it's also very complex. Like, what did
Yeah.
Tony do afterwards? Did he do anything? Like, if he did have a relationship, he must have had to go over and speak to Ezekiel at some point then.
Especially because it's not like Ezekiel was just, oh, like a Nepo baby and he's just there. Like Ezekiel is smart and he knows what he's doing. So he would have had like an intellectual mind in the same way that Tony did. So they'd have something to talk about. They'd have something to like work on, tinker with, like just chat shit with each other while doing stuff. There's definitely room there for a relationship.
Yo, and he needs to write season 2, man. That's what you need to do, man. So the shows can't. Oh, actually, the controversy. So there has been a lot of negative slack about this show, and in watching it, I could assume a lot of it is just, oh, she's black. Marvel is woke.
Yeah.
Boo. That's the narrative I hear a lot.
Oh, it's a teenage girl. Oh, she's black. Oh, she's they're trying to be woke, like they have her in inner city Chicago.
Yeah, it's like it's frustrating. And it's frustrating for two reasons. One, you keep hearing this go on and happen with comes to having representation in TV shows.
Yeah.
But the other thing, Anika, for being honest with you, I get so anxious with shows that have representation in it because I'm like, I just want them to be good to prove a point.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know if it's a Marvel thing and they're just trying to push something out, but like their success rate with this stuff hasn't been the greatest.
It's like maybe there's because they're rushing things or they're not like letting it run its course. But the thing is,
Mm,
with this, wasn't it canceled before it even started?
yeah.
How are you doing that? Like right now, Disney, Marvel, all of them, they're just how are you canceling things before you're even giving it a chance? Give people the
Mm,
chance to give it negative reviews.
yeah. But I think a lot of people were saying like from the jump, it showed like with the advertising and stuff, it showed like Marvel wasn't really invested into the success of this show as well. Because they maybe started in like a month before the show came out.
Adrian, they did not push this the way that they pushed other things.
Mm,
When WandaVision was coming out, I had flyers at the door about it. When the Winter Soldier one came out, same thing. You see in the bus stands, you see like the stuff. You don't see nothing about Ironheart. And as you said, like literally a month before is when they start saying things like you were literally hearing nothing. There was no push.
yeah.
There was no
The only thing I'm not gonna give them any grace, but I know they were pushing Thunderbolts up until they started doing Ironheart, and those release dates were kind of close. So but I think even with that though, you're Marvel. There's a way for you to do concurrent like
yeah,
advertising of your stuff, and they don't conflict with each other because one's in the movie theaters and one's on Disney Plus. So
exactly.
yeah, it's definitely poorly handled.
They didn't push it hard enough. Even with Loki, they pushed Loki more. They pushed everything else more.
Yeah.
It's like everything's kind of just like falling off now.
Mm.
You see X Men '97 that was pushed.
Was it? I can't remember
No,
seeing advertisements for
I
it.
saw I saw stuff about X-Men '97.
Oh, okay.
I see nothing about Ironheart.
So then, what's next for Marvel, Anika? Like,
Exactly. What is next, Adrian? Because that means that they're once again not pushing. They're not doing their job to push us. Because I did my little research. Apparently, Eyes of Wakanda is supposed to come out in like the next month or so, or next 2 months. What is Eyes of Wakanda?
oh, like I saw a trailer, but I didn't think it was coming out so soon.
Exactly. Let me look this up because is this even on? Ain't no way that this is coming out and nobody's heard anything. It's supposed to be coming out August 27th.
Oh snap! Wow. Okay, then I think the same thing is gonna happen promotion wise because Fantastic Four is on their radar right now, and that's gonna be pushed for a while. So I'm gonna assume 3 weeks.
And it's another Ryan Coogler, so
Yo, Ryan,
we need
Ryan
to
needs
support,
to.
man.
Oh man, Ryan. I hope this show is good, but I have no expectations for this show. Is it like a short? Is it like
It's
a mini,
animated, 30 minutes.
like episodic, like different things
Yeah.
going on, or is it all like a connective narrative? Do we know
It
anything
says
about
it's an
that?
anthology, so doesn't that mean like
Oh,
every episode's kind of different?
yeah, yeah.
It says the
Okay.
premise is the Hatut Zaraze Wakandan warriors carry out dangerous missions around the world to retrieve vibranium artifacts throughout history.
Oh, okay. I would love if they did something about the history of previous Black Panthers. I was reading something about the history of Black Panther and heard
Yeah.
that like the ones that came before T'Challa and his father, and that
Mhm.
lore in itself seems super interesting.
Winnie Harlow is voiced in this thing. Do you know who Winnie Harlow is? The model,
Oh, yeah, okay, I think so.
the one with vitiligo.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yes, and tell my girl Shalina that Cress Williams is voicing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say nothing about that.
I'm gonna tell her myself. I'm gonna tell her myself.
Ain't nobody need to know. She don't need to know Black Lightning. In it. You need to know Scoot's in there. No, no,
Yeah,
sir. It's
Scoot's
okay.
in there,
We're
and I'm telling
skipping that
Shalina.
episode. All right. Well, I hope that show goes well. I think it's promising. Folks love Wakanda as well, and I trust Ryan Coogler. I feel like I've been burnt a little bit with this series, but yeah. I mean, I guess with that, any last thoughts about the show? I think for me, the one thing I was frustrated with is just the character development with Riri. And
Hmm.
that's it. Like if she was a more the word likable is what I want to say. I don't know if that seems loaded because she's also a black woman in this and lead, so I'll be very cautious of what I say with this. But it's the fact that Riri Williams means so much when it comes to, representation of like black women in
Yeah,
STEM, like women genius and all that. And to see this smart woman make some dumbass decisions was just frustrating the entire time. And I get it. She's actually, how old is she in this? Because she's 15 in like the narrative, but she ain't
probably
looking
like
15.
19. I think
Okay.
19, 20.
I think I
Because
could give,
she's been in the school for a few years.
yeah. Okay. Like, I feel like I could give grace.
If she was younger,
Yes.
yes,
One, if she was younger, but two, I give her joining the Hoods group. I'll give
yeah,
her that. It was from when she made the decision to go and try to take the piece of his hood in
yes.
this life or death situation, it just went downhill from there when her decision making and her critical thinking, and it just I wanted from episode 5. I was like, she's gonna have a moment where she realizes she's being selfish and she's gonna make a change, and it just didn't happen, and it
Listen,
was
that
frustrating.
that prefrontal cortex is not fully developed yet. She's too young. You can be a
Yeah.
genius, but it's not
Ah, but
developed.
but Spider Man, Peter's fine.
Is he though?
Kamala, Kamala was fine. A little ambitious, but Kamala made some good decisions. But she had
Verdict
leadership.
about
She had mentorship with her.
exactly. It's
Okay.
not. It's not like Tony's alive and mentoring her. And even I know in one of the iterations, Tony was her AI.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like she has even AI Tony. She's just out here. And I swear, sometimes Natalie was like a typical teenager. She was just egging her on.
I mean, that's true. But
Yeah.
the way Natalie did it seemed she was. I think it was also her personality and charisma that also made it very like
Likable.
likable. You know,
And that's the thing. I think Natalie is more likable, was a more
say it.
likable character than Riri was.
Yeah.
And no hate, no shade, no tea. She was better looking too.
Oh. Mm, okay, I have no comment there. I got no comment there.
That being said, I do like what Marvel is doing, not only just in the comics, but in the MCU,
Mm.
where we have Shuri, we have Riri. They're both geniuses. They're both like great representation for women in STEM, but they also are representation in that you don't have to be hyper feminine.
Mm.
Like you can still stand your own and still be feminine, still like do whatever, but you don't have to be hyper feminine. They're like Shuri's there with the low cut hair in the comics. Riri has like shorter hair. Even in here with her hair longer, like most of the time it's in braids. Or I think one time we saw it out, and like she still stands in her own femininity without being hyper feminine. You don't see her with the lashes done, the hair always done, the lipstick. She's not a main plot point. Isn't her trying to get a man, or her being in a relationship with a man, or her relationship with a man bringing her up. So I like that. Kudos to you, Marvel.
Ah, shout out. I good point. It's like that, and also not being hypersexualized as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that is very refreshing. I think Marvel has been doing a pretty good job at that
yeah,
recently. But for sure, and I could appreciate Riri's complex relationship with X as well, or Xavier. I really
yeah,
liked seeing how that grew over time
yeah.
without it being too, as you're mentioning, like, oh,
Forced, yeah.
exactly.
Like they can have a friendship, and it doesn't have to be like tainted by them wanting like a sexual or romantic relationship. It's just they can have an honest to goodness friendship, and down the road, if something comes of it, so be it. But they have this core foundation of friendship. They have somebody, they have each other to lean on in grieving the same person, their sister, best friend. They grew up in the same area. They know how things are. They can navigate their space and their community together. It's just good.
Another thing I'll give a shout out to, I really like the music. I really like the music that they
Mm-hmm.
had throughout the entire series as well.
Yeah,
Felt like very intentional.
yeah.
And I wish, because I know the show was shot in Chicago, which was
Mm-hmm.
really cool. I wish, what did I wish we were able to see a little bit more of the city. Maybe that's asking a bit much, but
Mm-hmm.
like, have you watched The Bear?
Yes, yes,
Okay, like it's The Bear. I feel like the city is a character because you're so immersed in it.
yeah.
And I wish, because Chicago is a place that's full of so much life and so much culture, that we're able to get other glimpses of it. But the glimpses that we did get, I appreciate it. That and the
Like,
music, that was real cool.
isn't Chicago the city of brotherly love? Isn't that their thing?
Look that up. I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
look.
be surprised. I haven't heard that.
My trivia be triviating sometimes. Any listeners? Oh no, I was wrong. It's Philadelphia. I
Philly,
was wrong.
okay.
Let's see. The culture of Chicago is known for the invention of significant advancements of several performing arts, including improv, house music, industrial music, blues, hip hop, gospel, jazz, soul. You see, maybe that's why it had such a good um like soundtrack,
Yeah.
because you gotta come through. Like there's a lot of hip hop, a lot of that stuff. Known for the Chicago School and Prairie School architecture. Hmm. What I would say though, I think in terms of representation, I think Riri is for this generation what Uhura was, like Uhura from Star Trek was for like the generation like of our parents and older. Whether you see this black female smart person who's in like in science into science, and you just like the kids can look up to that
That's a cool connection. And they made
because
Star Trek references too. So that's actually a pretty dope connection.
yeah, and like I don't really think that our generation had that. Like,
Nah.
what black female in science was there?
Outside of Shuri, I can't think of anyone top of head.
Like, I
Uh,
mean, I guess when we were kids, in terms of male, we kind of had Fillmore. He was cool. He was smart.
he was a hall monitor.
He was smart though,
Like I know,
and he
but he
was
was a
kicking
hall
ass.
monitor. Like okay, cool. When he told that white woman the chicken was dry,
Oh my gosh!
icon.
But like, that's what I mean, Adrian. We don't really have like what we have. Urkel. What?
uh,
We have what's his girlfriend Myra Monkhouse?
we don't have Myra.
No,
We're not claiming Myra.
that's what I
For
mean. Like we didn't have that.
no, that's true. That's really true. So that's like more a reason why like I really wanted this show to turn out well.
Hmm.
And I wish that it could have wrapped up with folks being like, man, I want to explore more about Riri. I feel more inspired about Riri the same way, or even half of the way that Black Panther was when it came out. I
Yeah,
wish. But maybe in the future, maybe something else will come up.
I wonder if they're setting up for Young Avengers though. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Has Riri been in that team?
Yeah, she was Young Avengers and then Champions. Because if
Who?
you think about it,
Hmm,
the people that they could put in Young Avengers, America Chavez, Riri,
hmm.
uh, Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, um,
Kate?
Wanda's kids,
Hmm.
her boys, Kate, Eli Bradley. I don't know if they really like delved into him, but Eli,
So
that
they
that's
have
like
a
a
lot of
solid.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where didn't
And then
they?
what was Ant Man's daughter, Cassie? Cassie.
Oh.
And who knows, maybe they might try Morgan, um, Iron Man's daughter.
Oh. Okay. So they have the pieces. I feel like they didn't they say they're gonna do a Young Avengers or something?
I don't know. We'll see. They keep
Okay.
saying things and things get canceled or they move. We'll
Nah,
see.
you're right. Okay. So then I guess to wrap up, outside of Ironheart, is there anything else that you're looking for in the Marvel universe for the next year and some change?
Um, I'm hopeful for Fantastic Four because
Hmm.
what this is the third iteration.
Yeah.
Three's my lucky number. Please don't mess it up. Hopeful for that one. Um, what else is hopeful? Listen, I'm not holding my breath on the Miles Morales thing because how much times they keep pushing that one back? That was technically Sony, but still, how much times are you gonna push that one back?
Anika, when I tell you, when that second movie came out and they announced the date for the next one, I was like, there's no way. There's no way it's coming out. So my expectations have just been here from jump.
Yeah, but did you think it would be this long?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. How long has it been now? Is it 3 years?
I can't
Don't
remember. It's been so long. What was the second one? Into
us
this across
across. Yeah.
2023.
I was this. Oh, okay. I was expecting it to be 2022 or something. Okay. Still, super long.
Yup.
Outside of Fantastic Four,
What else is
I'm
coming
looking
out?
forward to. Actually, no. Let me take that back. I can get my expectations low. Do you know anything about Wonder Man?
Whose man's is that? Man's is that?
Yo, okay, so Wonder Man is supposed to be coming out later in the year. They've been showing teasers here and there. I know nothing about this hero, but I see
He
who's
looks
the
lame.
actor? Yaya? Is that his name?
Maybe.
Let me see here. I'm pretty sure it's Yaya. And so, like, I have hopes because he's a good actor.
Oh wait, Wonder Man's supposed to be he's supposed to be black?
I don't know if
They
he's
make him
supposed to
black?
be. They made him
They
black.
made him black. Okay.
And so I just don't know enough about this show
Oh, okay,
to.
it's a show. It's not even a movie. Okay, okay, okay. I
Yeah, it's a
get you. I
TV
get
show.
you.
So it's coming out at the end of the year, and I just don't know enough about it to be excited for it. I want it to be good, but I feel like Marvel with these TV shows nowadays, it's been
Ben Kingsley's in it.
hit or miss, and more on the miss end recently.
It was supposed to
So
come out in December.
yeah,
It's not gonna do well. Things don't do well when you come out in December.
really,
I don't think that. I don't think so. People are just like too busy watching Christmas movies and Christmas things.
you know it's gonna compete with Stranger Things. Stranger Things is wrapping up around December as well.
Well, obviously people are gonna be watching that. They've been watching it for so long.
Yeah, but okay.
What
Well,
other stuff is supposed to come out, Adrian?
I mean, the Avengers movie is supposed to be coming out. Is that
Oh,
2020?
Doomsday?
Yeah, is that 2027 or six? If it's 2026, I'm gonna be so hyped. I feel like it's 2027.
Let's see. Avengers, Doomsday, and Spider-Man 4. The saga will end with Avengers Secret Wars. Oh, I'm excited for Secret Wars, but they really need to build that up more.
Mhm.
Doomsday is slated for May 1st, 2026.
Oh, okay.
Wait, this can't be. Oh, wait, no, no, no. Maybe it can. Because then I'm like, how is that May 1st and then Secret Wars says May 7th, but it's May 7th, 2027. And
Okay,
that's going to be the end of.
same thing they
Yeah,
did with Infinity War and Endgame.
and
Then
that'll be the end of Phase 6.
is there a Spider-Man movie that's supposed to come out though?
Spider-Man 4, the exact date is to be determined. It's expected to be part of Phase 6 and will likely follow Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Oh,
Um,
Marvel Zombies. That's another TV show that's supposed to come out.
I didn't. I might have forgotten that they were making that. When's that coming out?
That one is October 3rd.
Oh, all right, around Halloween time. All right, that's cool. I like that.
Hmm. And that one's going to be animated as well.
Mm. Anika, does Marvel have to stop with these TV shows?
I mean, no, they should continue, but just give us quality.
Mm.
Because if Paramount Plus or Prime Video or whoever can have like quality shows or Apple TV, then just give us quality shows.
Mm.
You have money. It's Disney. Pull from somewhere. You have the money.
I got you. You know what? A show I was surprised about. I watched Knuckles. I watched 2 episodes of Knuckles the other day. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
the
like that one.
quality and intention with this, it looks like it's the movie. Like, I didn't see any big differences between the movie and that, and I think that's the level of care that's needed in these TV shows. But
Yeah.
you could tell a huge quality difference every time.
And it's like sometimes I find with Marvel they start strong and then they kind of just fall off. Like, for example, the What If series.
Mm.
The first season was good, but then it's just like, why are you trickling off in these other seasons? Take the time and come and give us good quality. Don't just give us stuff because X-Men
Reach.
97, good season. The next season, come back equally as strong. Don't cheapen out.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're looking for movie theater sequels, not the direct to VHS sequels.
Drop the mic,
Give us
Anika.
Toy Story 2, not Pocahontas 2.
Mm, I love it. I love it. Man, all right. Well, Anika, any last words, last thoughts, last reflections?
No, I think I said enough.
All right. So there you have it, y'all. Thank you for joining us in our review and our reflection for Marvel's Ironheart. Leave any comments that you have. If you have suggestions for shows that we should review as well, feel free to share it with us at the Melanin Marvels. Check us out on Instagram. Anika's the real MVP, keeping that one alive. So I appreciate you there.
Every now
Uh,
and then when I remember.
but until next time, y'all, take care, have a good one, and we see you in the next episode. Peace.
So.
Interested in continuing the conversation? Feel free to add us at the Melanin Marvels on Instagram.